What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with Stellar Blade. And I am back after I guess now 3-day hiatus. As with most of the times when I take breaks. Yeah, not intentional. If you want to ask AJ how much of it was laziness, a non-0%. No, one day was technical difficulties. For some reason, OBS was not picking up my game audio. Of course, it's of all the fixes, it's the last fix is what got it. Okay, this section of the game to me felt very almost like they were trying to replicate Dead Space. And this boss fight in particular, to me, felt very Dead Space. I mean, this one's pretty simple. It's all just shoot the glowy bits while dodging what it's shooting at you. This boss fight is really extremely simple. I like it, just like I like this section of the game, but I'm also not gonna how to phrase it. Even though I like it, I'm not gonna sit here and go, it's still weird. But as I was saying, I put this on the community tab. This is mostly for the BitChute viewers. Yeah, the last couple days. One day was mostly just technical difficulties, but the others were I'm working on studying. So I've been, for anybody who knows, I'm a cybersecurity student. I know, ooh, big news. But no, my my CompTIA Security Plus exam. I'm a shite test taker. And this certification exam that I have tried like 3 times and I keep coming within like 20 points of passing. Yeah, I keep missing it and it's a pain in the ass and I want to just get this damn thing passed, so I spent the last couple days studying and really focusing on that. I spent some time with the family too, you know. Like I said, I don't want to act like I've been some monk just studying for them. That's why I've been gone. Nah, I've been busy. You know, I guess the other thing I put in the community tab post yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. The other thing I put in that post was that at least for the rest of the summer, I'm going to be shooting for. So what? That's through the rest of June, through July, and a chunk of August until I start up classes again in the fall. I'm gonna shoot for 3 videos a day. So you know, I guess also during that little hiatus, I was actually just getting gameplay footage. Getting that stuff done, so all I had to do was just do my voiceover. And again, I know some people are going to ask, well, AJ, why don't you just do your voiceover and your comment and everything all at once? Hard to explain. I know some people are going to go, wouldn't that be easier? And I guess in some ways, but in others, I really like this method of doing it. I know I keep saying that, but I like doing my commentary this way. In a weird way, it's more relaxing on my end. You know, it just kind of lets me play my games and just kind of focus on those, chill out.
The hypercell's preservation status is good.
Great. Be careful with it now. You should head back. I'll have the pod waiting for you once you go outside.
Huh? Wait. There's a legacy here.
A legacy? What's that?
It's a device with records left by the airborne squad before me. They leave important information for the next airborne squad.
I see. But why would an airborne squad come all the way here?
Maybe they knew something about the Alpha or the Elder.
I'll check the legacy.
Day 8 after the second dive. Third record. Legacy account Raven. Remaining survivors Ripley and Anis. Anis is in a bad condition. Death is very likely at this rate. We discovered this laboratory 4.47 kilometers from the drop-off point. It seems to be a facility that studied Naytibas, but it's hard to obtain accurate information due to severe contamination. However, I discovered an astonishing fact while searching through the data. Before the war we call the Final War, there was another war. It was a war fought between humanity and the androids humanity had themselves created, the so-called Andro-Eidos. Humans lost the war against their own creation. The few humans who did survive hid in underground facilities, but the hunt was far from over. However, an unexpected factor turned the tide of the war. With mankind at the verge of extinction, Naytibas, powerful creatures from an unknown origin, appeared out of nowhere. The war with the Naytibas brought about the destruction of the androids. And so, during this time, mankind was able to make its escape to the colony. From now on, I plan to investigate the origin of Naytibas. Hopefully, at the origin point, I should find the Elder Naytiba. To anyone who may be watching, may Mother Spear's blessings be with you.
I didn't think a record like this
Okay,
existed.
I don't want to talk over the dialogue.
And there was another big war before the final war.
It's the final
I never
war.
heard
There
about
has to
anything
be
like that
one
in the
before it being final.
What do you think, Adam?
The history of mankind is riddled with conflict. It's hardly a surprise to hear about wars before the final war.
Even so, it's strange that this wasn't passed down. I'll retrieve the legacy and go back.
Wait a moment, Eve. I can pick you up with the tetrapod.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
I mean, I guess you could argue, well, if there was only one war, you know, it could be both the first and final war. Okay, sure, but then you'd think you'd call it the first war and not the final war. So, obviously, there'd be a war before the final war.
You want to take the test again?
And this is me being ridiculously pedantic. I will completely admit to that. But for some reason, it just bugs me. I mean, also, they mention the androids and the human. It just... My theory on all of this, again, is that...
Tell me if you need anything. Thank you.
I was accidentally spoiled on something that might be a twist in this game.
Let's get on board.
Just through, you know, I load up YouTube and then boom, it's the name of the video title. So I'm sitting here debating on what all to say, but I guess it's one of those things. I've been spoiled on something, but I'm sitting here going, well, yeah, but I could assume that just by looking at what I'm seeing in the game, because the people in the humanity in this game look really... Okay, look. Spoiler alert, cover your ears for the next 30 seconds to a minute here, okay? I just want that stated. This just really irks me. And what irks me is, apparently Eve is not a human. That is the spoiler that I saw. But okay, but we've seen the way she is, the way that a lot of these people are. They have, like, blood and everything, but they also look like they have cybernetic enhancements, so they could be androids. But we mentioned the whole thing with the war between the androids and the humans, and I'm like, well, now are the androids thinking they're humans? But I don't think it's just Eve, I think it's everyone, and the whole thing is just really weird and confusing. And I'm just kind of waiting on more from the story to stop annoying me. See, I will agree with one piece of
Looks a little sloppy, but
one piece of criticism I have seen against this game, and I think it's a fair argument,
can't just let this pass.
and it is that
Overclocking the brain? That sounds intense, to say the least.
yeah, that was confusing to me where it just said refused. I was like, did I hit the wrong button, or just no? There are just some requests that even if you hit accept, it refuses. So that's what you're seeing here. Is me being really confused about that.
Hello.
I much prefer you to the beggars in Zion. Yes? What's going?
Of course, Eve is prettier. Nice swimsuit there for Eve.
I had a good.
Let's leave it.
But yeah, a piece of criticism I have seen levied about this game is that that it's kind of soulless. And I sit here and I scratch my head and go, and I
guess those weren't just empty words.
I sit here and scratch my head about that. And I'm like, I wouldn't call this game soulless. Really?
Oof, I guess that really got under your skin. Now, shall I begin?
I don't know. I think do people get that through the story? Do they mean through the story? And again, I can't watch these videos because I sit here and go, because I'm like, because I don't want the narrative spoiled before I finish the game. But you know, it's my question of, is it that the narrative is soulless? Is it that really a lot of the dialogue is pretty flat? But I think a lot of the dialogue is flat. Again, because I think everybody's robots. And it could also just be a whole translation thing. But I don't know. I don't think it's bad. I've been extremely intrigued by this game. Like, what I thought was going to be a, oh, look, pretty lady, dress up, Souls-ish kind of game, ended up being a fairly solid action game with decent characters and, okay, a hot lady.
I'm not sure. I think I feel more confident.
I made no changes. Holy crap, sorry, that yawn just came on pretty quick.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
So yeah, I mean, I'm torn on that concept. I guess in a weird way, you know, this is going to be there's going to be a lot of side stuff in this video. My brain just I said pretty lady, and then my brain went to all the stuff with Sweet Baby Inc. And how everybody was finding out that they were getting their grubby hands on everything by not blackmailing, well, kind of blackmailing developers. They were doing the thing that it's what got Papa John fired. If anybody remembers the founder of Papa John's, he got ousted from his company because they if I'm remembering the story correctly, the company calls him up and he's like, oh yeah, we can do, you know, like sensitivity training or whatever for your company or whatever. Almost pseudo blackmail them into doing it, because if you don't want us to say you said no to this, did you? If I'm remembering the story correctly, they caught him saying something in, they got the recording of him. I believe he said the N-word, even though his argument is, yes, because they almost goaded me into and made me say the word. He's like, and I know some people would say, well, that's only if you believe him, and I'm like, I've seen multiple interviews with him, and I kind of do believe him, because I wouldn't put it past some of these people who, how to phrase it, their company relies on people needing their services, and what better way to make people need their services than by essentially blackmailing them into saying they need their services. So yeah, that's always my thing with that. But whatever. Back on the topic of gaming, it seemed like that's what Sweet Baby Inc. was using. I'm not saying that a lot of game companies don't already ideologically agree with them, but I think that some companies were maybe a little strong-armed into believing them. Or like I said, more strong-armed into working with them. Even if they might ideologically agree, they were kind of like, I'm not sure, and then kind of got strong-armed a little bit. And I'll let this play.
As expected, my eyes did not deceive me. Excellent work, Adam. I'll leave this one to you as well.
Let's go to the hyperdrive.
Secondary drive energy injection. Initiating activation.
Whoa! It looks brighter now.
Yes. What we're doing is really worth it.
So yeah, the long and short of where I'm going with this. Apparently, the developers of the upcoming Wukong Black Myth game, or Black Myth Wukong, whatever the full title of that game is, apparently they turned down the $7 million extortion that Sweet Baby Inc. was going after them for, and which I must say, good for them. Nice to see some developers have some spine. Granted, it then hurts my soul to see Ubisoft do what they're doing, because for some reason I keep wanting to not talk about Assassin's Creed Shadow, because it always devolves into the same thing.
Thank you.
Now it's your turn.
Wait. He will give you an answer.
Thanks, Adam Smasher ripoff.
There's a sewage treatment facility and a train graveyard in the old city center. I am detecting the frequencies of an Alpha Nativa coming from Matrix 11.
Matrix 11.
I will forward the map data to the tetrapod. It will guide you as you attempt to travel to the Alpha Nativa's location.
Thanks for helping us. It means a lot.
None of this can compare to all that you have done for Zion, I assure you. I wish you luck.
Just run away. But yeah, whatever I was going with, I'm not gonna drag in that whole everything that's wrong with AC Shadow, because I've, made it clear throughout multiple videos that I think that game is going to be a gigantic pile of dog crap.
What we've accomplished has been well worth it. I don't think we'll be catching any more sideways glances.
That's great to hear. To be honest, I was getting a bit anxious.
I'm heading over to the Tetrapod. Why don't you take some time to enjoy the new scenery?
Well, yeah, apparently they're pissing off the Japanese audience even more by essentially saying, what is it that it's like our history in quotes. I think that's what the tweet that I saw was. I believe it was Rev Says Desu was ripping them apart.
Who are you? Why, you're the angel, the one that I've been hearing about. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you.
Oh, well, you don't have to be sorry.
Yes.
But yeah, man, that again, I stand by it. That whole situation. I know Ubisoft's going to use it as a, oh, look at us. People are bigots and they're going against us. But I'm like, but I also sit here and go, but Ubisoft, this is a this is a problem all of your own making. I don't know. The world sucks, and I'm just living in it. So back to the game we're actually playing here. I know, everybody's probably going, oh, thank God. I really like it when games will try and hide the structure a little bit more. Because to be fair, this game does not hide its structure very well. And what I mean by that is, you go out, you do a little bit of a main mission thing, you come back, and oh, the town is now surprisingly, there's more people. And oh, why don't you go explore the town a little bit, and come talk to me when you're ready to move on. So it's essentially chapter, intermission, chapter, intermission, chapter, intermission. And essentially it's main story stuff, time to do side story stuff, main story stuff, time to do side story stuff. I like being given essentially the time off the main plot to do the side stuff, if you would like. I enjoy that option. But from a design perspective, I suppose you could give me a little bit more. You can kind of mesh everything together instead of, I'm not going to say it feels like you're lurching forward with this. It feels so blocky, kind of like I said. It feels like we're going from
It's you, Angel.
Story,
Now,
not story, story, not story. Like you could meld it a little bit more.
I could ask you the same. I thought you'd be busy collecting scraps or trading like the other scavengers.
Yeah. That's what I'd be doing. If it wasn't for my partner screwing up. He entered the forbidden area, trying to find a jackpot for the sake of Zion and the store. Or so he says. That place is the Devil's Lair. That's why there's lost treasure in it.
Devil's Lair?
Yes, the Devil's Lair. An underground chamber echoing with the roars of Naytibas. I even got near the place to find my partner. But I turned back like a coward. After that, I couldn't possibly continue life as a scavenger.
I can't stand idly by if Naytibas are involved. I'll help.
What? Why? There's nothing in it for you, but I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. I just want to know if Tommy is alive. All I need to do is find him.
Fair enough. Send me the location.
I mean, really? Is anyone surprised?
Enya, what is it?
Eve.
What's wrong? You're not singing like usual.
Well, the thing is, it's Sue. He hasn't come here recently. I've also heard that he's seeing someone else. Do you think he will abandon me?
I don't think Sue would do a thing like that. Please, don't worry. This might just be a misunderstanding. Where exactly did you hear this?
I heard it from Beau, one of Sue's colleagues. Eve, I'm sorry to bother you with this, but I can't leave here because of my legs. Can you ask around for me and maybe find out what's going on?
Okay, just hang on. There's no reason to be so anxious.
Thank you very much.
What brings an angel here?
I heard that you've been saying some strange things about Sue.
What? Oh, right. You probably heard that from Enya, didn't you? But I guess that's not that important. I haven't seen Sue at all for the past few days now.
Sorry, Sue's abandoned his post. He's not the type to do something like that.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I wonder what happened to him.
I'll have to investigate these in the right order. Do you know who Sue was meeting up with without Enya's knowledge?
I couldn't say for certain. They were far away.
Ah, all right. This complicates things.
I love this music. I say it, I think, once an episode, but there's just something about it. Something about it that just really makes you just kind of sway back and forth and just enjoy it.
Angel, you're not allowed to use the Exile's Passage without permission. Even if it's you, I can't give you special treatment.
Angel, business has been much better lately, thanks to you. If my sister was here to help, we would be much better stocked.
I understand. I have someone who's almost like a sister to me.
She's dead now.
Sounds like a smart businesswoman.
My sister's name is Kara. Kara. She's strong and decisive. So I believe she's out there. Somewhere. She has to be.
I'm not talking about her sister Kara. I'm talking about Eve's sister-like figure in Taki. She's dead. Oh my god, man, my eyes. Oh. I'm gonna take a nap after I set this to upload. Because I am a lazy son of a bitch.
Kaya, I have something I'd like to ask you.
Yes, Angel? What is it?
I'm looking for a sentinel named Sue. I think you might have spoken with him.
How did you know that?
Finally. Sue has disappeared. I'd appreciate it if you would assist me with the investigation.
My goodness. What's going on? Well, the Sentinel was looking for a lower body exospine system for medical purposes. Of course, we don't have anything that rare available here. I told him that it'd have a lot of trouble finding one unless he looked someplace where a lot of supplies were dumped during the war, like the area near the solar tower in the wasteland.
Did he say what he was planning on doing with the exospine?
He just said someone really needed it. He didn't say anything more than that. Oh, Angel, I really hope nothing bad has happened to him.
I'm trying to find out. Anyway, thank you. You've been a big help. Oh no. I can already tell what Sue's up to.
Yeah,
He's going
he's...
to find a way for Anya to walk.
There you go.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
What do you want to do? Are you going to go find him?
I guess I'll have to start by going to the solar tower in the wasteland that Kaya mentioned.
Yeah, to do her other quest to try and find her sister, you need to keep buying shit from her and boost your relationship. The little heart thing up in the corner.
Keep quiet. Just follow me.
Again, I think the whole concept works.
What is it? What's this about?
I told you to keep quiet and follow me.
I lost my train of thought. Again, kind of like the... kind of like how I think the game separates its kind of story and chance to do side missions. You know, the way it separates those two chunks. It works, but it could be more blended. The sort of like relationship with some of the vendors. What they have here works.
Angel!
But I think it's kind of unnecessary.
The looters took my sister! Please, save my younger sister!
Where are the looters now?
Well, no, unnecessary isn't the right word.
Wait right here.
It's a decent idea. I just don't think they do enough with it.
Why?
Angel. Everyone's happy to call you the Angel just because you came from the colony. Aren't we humans just like you? Well, why should we have to dig through garbage, cower, and hide?
Well, I mean, you stabbed me, and there's sparks going. I mean, the whole thing, the human is really questionable. I'm just saying.
But, didn't you know? How could you not? All of you are actual angels. There are many treasures, but none more precious than the materials inside your bodies. And with a body as state-of-the-art as yours, need I say more? I've got to say, it'll be nice to hear a thank you for a change.
Eve, are you alright? Focus on me. Can you do that?
Adam.
These are black market merchants. I didn't think they'd approach airborne squad members.
This can't be.
I've never seen this before. It looks like Naytibas weren't all humans had to worry about. Let's get you back to the safe house and do some maintenance.
And he says maintenance and not get you patched up. I don't know. I mean, I think this whole quest, quote unquote, is very odd. I mean, we turn the corner, we get stabbed, we fade to black, Adam shows up, does, you know, his whole Jason Bourne thing off camera. It's just really weird.
Eve, you're here. Look over here.
What's this?
This here is an alpha signal meter. This device uses the subtle resonance from the alpha core to pinpoint its location. It can't reach a super long distance, but you'll find it useful once you head over to the location Orkul told you about.
Wow, good work. You're gonna put me out of a job.
I thought you were already out of a job.
You little brat.
Thank you for helping me out all the time, Lily.
And just one more. Can you turn around for me? Here. Done.
What have you done, Lily?
I customized the power distribution of the body cell. Doesn't your body feel lighter?
Something does feel different.
If you try jumping, I bet you'll notice the difference.
I love her double jump.
We'd better take the alpha signal meter over to the tetra... Oh.
It's just that leg extension in the flip. It looks so cool. I gotta go for the hot Chinese dress. I love it. Dude, I love the dragon print on the side, too.
Hey, you, Angel. Fancy learning a little bit about history?
History?
Me, I'm very interested.
My goodness. Now that's what I call a surprise. It's wonderful to hear that you're interested. The citizens here are too exhausted or jaded to truly appreciate the wonders of history.
Well, I'm not exactly.
I'm especially interested in organic civilizations, like the organic humans that lived before us. Unfortunately for us, not many records remain intact.
Refusing to listen to others, I see.
Don't you find it odd? Even if history was neglected, it's strange there is zero mention of organic humans. It's almost as if it's forbidden knowledge. See? Isn't this exciting? Ha! Of course it is. Curiosity is what drives humanity. We're always learning. Listen, I came up with an idea. while wondering where to get records of organic humans. I heard that you visited the Hall of Records over in ADOS 7. Is that true? And you managed to retrieve a hypercell?
That may be true, but...
Yes! Then please, grant my wish. I'd like you to get information on organic humans from the information terminal at the Hall of Records. I have total faith in you. Please, please.
But the Hall of Records is already...
Eve, you should be able to connect to the information terminal via the door switch by the entrance.
Lily, would you like to come along?
What can I say? I'm curious. Of course I'd like to learn more about the civilization that came before us.
Okay. I'll try to look for it the next time I'm in ADOS 7.
I knew it! You and I have something in common after all. All right then. I'll be right here, patiently awaiting your return. Go, run along.
Yeah, I'm going.
I don't know why this load screen bothers me. I've always said it. Maybe my patience for load screens is just getting shorter and shorter as I'm becoming older, but I don't know. There's something about that one that irks me. It's really fun to watch. God, I suck at platforming. See, now I want to see that ladder. As I'm currently lost trying to figure out how to get over there. We can see a ladder back there. Yeah. Cannot figure out how to get back there. Well, you see something, you're like, you know there's a path, but you cannot figure out. And I can't even jump that gap. God, I suck. See, I really like this exospine that starts spreading damage as I'm landing crits. It's not a lot, but it's nice to get some early damage on some of these weaker enemies.
Those things hedge balls. There are quite a lot of them out here.
I really miss this place. I doubt he was able to hide himself, if he had business here. Indeed, the misfortune of many a scavenger.
Let's search the area. This is...
Isn't this his weapon?
I'll take a look. He must have dropped this during combat. There isn't much ammo left.
That doesn't seem like a good sign.
No. He didn't die here, I'm positive. If he dropped this while he was being attacked, his corpse would be nearby. These corpses. Looks like they've been dead for a while. Which means...
It takes a lot of skill to survive for long out in the wasteland. But Sue has what it takes. Or maybe he just got lucky.
If anybody's wondering, yes, I'm still here. I'm just that don't really have much to say at the moment. I don't know. This section, these sections, I mean, they're fine. I mean, I enjoy the combat. It's just it's pretty straightforward. Plus, again, I just enjoy this music, man. There's something about it.
The information from the investigation camp indicates that Sue was searching for something somewhere near this area. He engaged in at least one fight here. Most likely, more than one.
You think he slipped up? Or was ambushed? And things went south from there? I've entered the information that I've collected into the scan system. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like I'm past through. Alright, let's find out where Sue went.
I hope he's still alive.
Yeah, you and me both.
Okay, I gotta check this on OBS because I'm thinking the audio is peaking way too hard in some of these combat bits. Because you can hear the audio just start to break up in some of the combats, getting on my nerves. I love these octopus arms. And missed my chance to chain that.
This is...
Eve, the tracks end somewhere around here. Seems like this might be a good place to hide.
Right, okay. Going in.
Don't know what
I just got swarmed. I just wanted to kill the robot.
Who is it?
Oh, there he is.
Sue, it's me. How are you?
Angel. How? Well, I guess you've already figured everything out, if you managed to find me here. As you can see, I let my guard down. I'm lucky to be alive, but I couldn't fight after my right arm was injured. All I could do was run and hide here. I barely made it, but I managed to get the parts for Enya's legs. Though it was pointless. I wasn't strong enough to get back.
What possessed you to do something so dangerous? And without even telling Enya?
Well,
It's love, the dumbest
I wasn't
emotion.
able to do anything for Enya. If it wasn't for you, I would.
Stop talking like that. Let's go back. Right now. Enya needs you.
Start hitting him. Yeah, we're not gonna... Oh, I guess we do. Oh, that's right.
Eve. What happened to Sue? Nothing bad happened to him, right?
No. Don't worry. He was out on a ridiculous expedition. Searching for some rare equipment that would help you walk.
What?
Then things took a turn for the worse, and he found himself trapped in the wasteland. Sue, won't you come in? Do you want to tell her the rest?
I used some editing magic on that one. I didn't head back straight away, so this is like after like another hour of running around the wasteland. I forgot I did all this editing back when I first recorded this.
So...
Come on, you can slap him harder.
I'm sorry.
You thought I wanted to walk?
Well,
Don't you?
Of course I do. But...
well...
Walking is meaningless if it means losing you.
Okay, look at that black spot on his helmet and some of the patterning that goes on around it. Does it not look like a butthole? Is it just me?
Just wanted to see you walk again. That's all. Really. I'm sorry.
Never do that again. I mean it. Never again.
And on my talk of buttholes, guys, that's going to about do it for this one. Like, comment, not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. But until then, I'm out.